Just enjoying a cold beer on a mild evening in late December. Thinking about the YouTube channel. It seems like a lot of YouTube creators have been posting similar videos, kind of reflecting on life, their whole existence. What are we doing here? Luckily, in this case, it's not a going away kind of thing. We're not scaling back. Everything that has been here is still going to be here in 2023, but I got to find a way to sprinkle in some more. So in thinking about the channel, I started this account with YouTube in 2006, and at that time, computers were slower. I was still probably using dial-up internet at home. The limit on YouTube was 10 minutes, and it took an eternity to upload a video that was that long anyway. So I kind of treated YouTube as a video server, as a place where I would, run off highlights videos from some of my more successful storm chases. If I saw a tornado or some, severe weather, I would upload a short video of that, link it to my website or the Storm Track forum, and I kind of went about it that way into the 2010s, into the middle of the 2010s, through my longest tornado drought from 2012 to 2015. I graduated college, was trying to figure out my professional life, hitting some bumps along the way, and so I never really thought about evolving the way that I did things on YouTube until really 2016 and 2017, and that was when I kind of thought about maybe going back to the way that I did things when I first started storm chasing in 2002, 2003, 20 years ago. Another reason for some reflection here, 2 decades of storm chasing somehow. When I started doing it though, I was filming on an 8mm video camera, and then later a high 8 camera, 2 high 8 cameras, and then even when I went to high definition, I was filming on a mini DV cassette camcorder. So I was filming on tapes, and I was, splicing together little highlight videos on my VCR, later hooking together multiple VCRs, sometimes hook the, Discman in there and put together a highlight video with a song that I was particularly interested in or particularly into at the time, and just make these little highlight videos, and I would just film everything on the chase. And so I went back to that in 2017, just film everything. The morning of, getting ready for the chase, my thoughts with the forecast, the way things are evolving, waiting for the storms, the whole storm chase, not just when the storm was cool, but as it first started, all the crappy parts in the middle, so that later you can say, wow, what a piece of crap, that thing produced tornadoes later on. The DeVernon storm, a good example of that one, July 15th, 2010, 2020. 2 decades, a lot of years to keep track of. So over the last 5 years or so, from 2017 to 2022, I've kind of found my way with the content that I want to be creating. These really long-winded storm chasing videos. I know it's some people's thing, it's not other people's thing. I'll keep doing those longer vlogs, kind of the cinematic vlogs. I'll still have the shorter highlight videos right after the chase, and then, the year-end productions, everything that I'm, doing already. I'm not probably going to get rid of any of that, but there's these huge gaps in between video uploads, because sometimes there's a huge gap between me seeing a cool storm or having an idea that I feel like executing into a video or something that's well thought out. And I've really been treating my YouTube channel as this production environment where only a well thought out, curated, polished video can exist. And I think I need to kind of let go of that approach, because in between all this time, I'm still doing a lot of work in weather and meteorology, and some of it I think is pretty cool. In January and February, I'm going to be traveling every week for the next 2 months. Once I get into the first week of the new year, I'm going to be headed to Denver in the first week of January to speak at Potato Expo, which I spoke at in Las Vegas in 2020, and it was one of the coolest agriculture conferences that I've ever presented at, so I'm really excited to be invited back there. The next week, I'm going to turn around and drive to Canada. I'm driving to Ontario to speak at a big conference up there. I'm also going out to Augusta, South Carolina to take part in some FEMA training with my company. Some colleagues there, we're going to be going through their community emergency response training, so that in the event we have these big weather disasters, my company can be one of the first people getting some of these supplies into communities that are damaged, to our employees, to our growers, and to their communities, and going about that the right way through FEMA. We'll be traveling to North Dakota after that. I'll be doing the circuit across the Midwest, speaking at Farm Bureau meetings and smaller banker meetings, and You know, I'm going to be giving a local tornado show on one of the planetarium screens here in Champaign, one of the planetarium screen here in Champaign, Illinois, doing some other severe weather work as well. So I want to kind of take that film everything approach and take it into my work life as well, and you know, my personal life as well. As a kid, I always kind of thought it'd be cool if when I was a grown-up, I would have my own storm chasing show or a production team to follow me around, and now I don't have that. But fast forward 20, 25 years and cameras are cheaper, they're more powerful, computers are more powerful, the internet's faster, you can upload as long a video to YouTube as you want or as long as I would care to create. So again, I think I need to let go of this idea that I can only upload polished videos and do a little bit more vlogging, you know, take you along on some of these adventures that I go on with my weather work. You know, if you're new to the channel here, I'm an operational meteorologist focused on high impact disruptive weather. I work as a meteorologist with Nutrien, which is a huge agricultural company. I do a lot of forecasting for the United States and Canada, just kind of, you know, talking about near-term weather risks. But then I also do a lot in severe weather preparedness and severe weather safety. With our company, you know, we've got 800 retail facilities across the United States and Canada that are extremely vulnerable to some of the severe storms and other high impact weather events that we get here in North America. And so my job is to make sure that we're prepared in advance, that we're monitoring these things in real time, and that we're responding on the backside here and getting folks help that they need after these weather events. I also manage Champaign-Urbana, which is a local weather resource for Champaign-Urbana, surrounding communities of East Central Illinois, the University of Illinois here. I work with some of the media outlets here providing daily weather forecasts, and then WILL AM 580, I go into the studio there and provide live severe weather coverage, or sometimes do that from the field if I'm storm chasing. I did that from the studio December 10th, 2021, and then I've done that from the field here over the last few years. So there's all that, and then there's Skydrama, which again has to this point been well polished videos, but going forward into 2023, I think that I just want to show a little bit more of what's going on when I'm not standing next to a supercell thunderstorm or a successful storm chase or something like that. So a little bit more work, a little more this or that, a little more just telling the story of the life of a Midwestern meteorologist focused on high impact, disruptive weather. And if that's interesting to you, cool. If it's not, cheers. I look forward to whatever you're into in 2023, and I hope you find that. Here's some video of some snow from the last couple weeks.
Literally, my car was just in drive. Temperature's down to 4, wind chill around 25 below, quarter-mile visibility. The Arctic in the Midwest. It's about 4 p.m. Thursday, December 22nd. Got a nice squall moving in. Strong west-northwesterly winds blowing across the road here, just south of Champaign-Urbana.